Hi, welcome back. This is first video of this data structures and algorithms playlist. In this video, we will discuss what is a data structure. In continuation to data structure, what is abstract data type, then followed by a specific abstract data type called stack. So how data is organized in stack, what are the real-time applications of stack. So all these things will be discussed in this video. Stack ADT and its applications. So ADT, what is a stack? Stack is an abstract data type. So then immediately, what is abstract data type question will arise. What is an abstract data type? For understanding what is abstract data type, we must know a basic understanding of data structure. So what is a data structure? For example, I am having a record. So I am having a record of things that are coming inside the warehouse and going out of the warehouse. For example, so per day I am getting millions of data. The way I organize all these millions of data, and whenever needed, the required data is easily fetched and given back to the required place. So this is only possible if I maintain a perfect data structure. That is how efficiently I organize a data, I manage data. So to make it simple, data structure is nothing but way of organizing data that is efficient in either one scenario or other. So there are many data structures like queue, stack. There are many things. Each and every data structure will be efficient in specific areas. So for example, data structure A will be efficient in this area of algorithm. Data structure B will be efficient in another area. So this is nature of data structure. So to make it simple, way of organizing data is data structure. So then what is ADT? ADT is nothing but abstract data type. For example, I have a data structure named A. I will write a general idea, or I will give a set of rules on how to store a data in this kind of data structure, how to delete a data, how to fetch a data, how well I am organizing this data. So all these generalized ideas I will frame in the form of rules and regulations. That rules and regulations or idea is called abstraction. So this data structure will follow this kind of rules and regulations to organize data. This generalized idea is called abstraction. This is abstraction of a data structure. So when we give an abstraction for a data structure, that data structure will become abstract data type. So it will just have an idea. As I said, I will just frame a rules and regulation, but there will not be any implementation details. I will not mention, or I will not note any implementation details. So this must be implemented in this programming language. This must be implemented with such kind of for loops, or any implementation details will not be there. It will be just the rules and regulations. And implementation part will be left to the programming language side. So this is abstract data type. Stack is one such abstract data type where data must be stored in this way, like that it is mentioned. So data organized in stack is in the order of LIFO, that is last in first out. We will discuss deeply on further slides. Examples for understanding stack. For example, students will go and submit their assignments on the teachers table. The first person will submit the assignment, second, third, and continuously every student will come and submit their assignment. The teacher picks up the top note that is present on the table for the correction for the first time, and the student who has submitted first, that note will be corrected last. So this is an example for stack. Arranging piles of coins one above another is another example for stack. So to understand stack and to use stack to add and delete items in stack, there are 5 operations: push, pop, then peek, is full, and is empty. So we will discuss all these 5 operations. So let us just imagine how a stack will be. First point, a stack will have fixed memory. For example, if we declare a stack with 5 memories, I mean 5 spaces, only 5 elements will be stored. When the 6th element enters, stack will be full. So this is a fixed memory. The element will be inserted in the order of one above another. So the first element will be inserted in this cell, followed by the second element will be inserted in here, third element, fourth element. So in this way, the elements will be inserted. The last element inserted will comes out first. So this is a rough idea. We will discuss each and every operations in the next slide. So first, push operation. Push operation is nothing but just adding a data to a stack, that is pushing a data to a stack. For example, I need to push data 5 into stack. So the first initially stack is empty, the value is 5 is pushed to the stack to the bottommost memory. Since the stack is empty, the first value will be stored here. Then I need to push value 25. So already there is 5. 25 is pushed above 5. I need to push 100 value. So there is already 5 and above 5 there is 25, and now 100 is pushed above 100. I mean 100 is pushed above 25. So topmost element now is 100. So this is example for push operation. So what is pop operation? Pop operation is nothing but removing element from the stack. So you cannot straight away remove the first element, second element or third element. So that is restricted in stack. You can just remove the topmost element of the stack anytime. So pop is nothing but remove the topmost element of the stack. Last inserted will be removed first. For example, I am giving pop instruction for the first time. The topmost element is 100, that is popped and printed. For the second time, I am giving pop instruction. So first time 100 is already popped and there is no 100 in the stack. Second time when we use pop, the topmost element 25 will be popped out and printed. And similarly, third time when we use pop, the last element 5 will be popped out and now stack will be empty. So this is regarding push and pop operation. So three other minor operations are there. These are less important than first two. So push and pop will be the most important operations, and other three were just will be using on the way. So peak is empty and is full. So peak is nothing but just getting the topmost value of the stack without deleting it. So pop operation will actually remove the data and print it to the console or the user, but peak operation will fetch you the topmost element of the stack without deleting it. Then is empty will check whether the stack is empty and let the user know that it is empty or not empty. And is full operation is similar to is empty. It will check whether the stack is full or not. In case if it is full, it will respond the user as it is full or it is not full. So these three operations. So there are totally 5 operations: push, pop, peak, is empty, and is full. So what are the practical applications of stack? So there is a there is something called infix expression, something called postfix expression. So these two are the way of writing expressions. Both are different. So converting from infix expression to postfix expression, this can be done using stack. So we will have a separate video on how to convert infix expression to postfix expression using stack, probably next video. So this is one practical application of stack. Then undo operation. So for example, we will use Microsoft Word or even Notepad. We will keep on typing, and then in some place we will type some error message or we will type some unwanted text. So we want to delete that or we want to just undo that. We will press Ctrl Z. So Ctrl Z will just undo, I mean just reverses the last work. For example, if I type a word or a letter, the last typed letter will be deleted. So here stack is used. So this stack will keep on adding elements on the same order where how user types. So the last typed word will be popped out from the stack and will be removed. Then navigating front and back in a browser history. So browser history, for example, I'm opening a Google page, searching for content A. It will go to page A. Then inside that page I am clicking a link 1. It will go to link 1. So now the stack will be like Google, page A, link 1. So all these will be arranged in the order of 1 by 1. So when I press the back button, the topmost element of the stack is link 1, that will be removed, and then the browser will be navigated to page A. Again, if I press back button, the topmost element is page A, that will be removed, and the browser will be redirected to Google page. So this is another example of stack. Sorry, spelling mistake. Call logs and messages in mobiles. So you can check. I mean, for example, my friend calls me over mobile, friend A. Then after an hour, another friend calls me. Then after an hour, another friend calls me. So all these call logs will be arranged in the order of stack. So latest called mobile will be displayed first. The previous call will be called number will be displayed on the second and third, so on. And there are many more practical applications of stack are there. So this is complete operations and way of organizing data in stack. And this kind of abstraction, push operation must store data like this, pop operation must remove the data like this, peek operation is empty is full, all this idea, this will reveal us what is abstract data type. So all this idea, yes. So next we have actually discussed what is stack and operations, and theoretical point of view of stack is discussed. And on our next video we will see how to implement stack data type, I mean stack abstract data type in a programming language, and check with output how to enter value, how to remove value, everything we will discuss in with the help of a programming language. We will implement a stack data structure. I think this video is informative. In case you have any queries, you can leave a comment below. Thanks for watching. Keep supporting us.